So definitely louder, but the stop time is really quick. It's got bigger engine body. I feel like this hand is not doing much. I have much more control with the front hands. But wait, there's more. It's got a different design, so hopefully you can see it's like that. And if I hold it towards me, it's my left side. Oh, sorry, are there any ladies watching? The new Ryobi circular saw versus the old one, is it worth the upgrade? Yes, for many reasons, but I think only when it's in a promotion or if you're really annoyed with certain features of the old one. So I got this one here in the UK for £120, so there is a promotion. For I think 90 is the full price. I don't think I would want to buy it, but for 120 I think it's a perfect buy. So let's discuss why. Regarding the performance, some people have already made the tests and they figured out that the new one is a little bit faster, but not by a lot. And I guess that won't matter to many people. What matters, I think, is the other specs and upgrades. So first of all, or maybe not first of all, but this one cuts deeper, the new one, by 3 millimeters, so 65 instead of 62, which sometimes makes no difference and sometimes makes all the difference in the world. So that's very useful. The speed, 5000 RPMs versus 4500. However, it's also quite louder than the old one. So let's actually listen to them. And not only that, let's compare the start time to the stop time, which has been improved in the new one by a lot. So I'm going to use the high energy 4A amp batteries. So these batteries in the new one, they're kind of flush with the engine. The bigger batteries would be slightly sticking out, while the smaller one obviously will be lower. It's a little bit different in the old one, so let me show you. It doesn't matter that much, but you know, we might have a look as well. So here it's almost flush, it's a little bit sticking out a little bit, and for smaller jobs, if you want, you can always use the smaller battery, which is fine for, you know, small jobs. If you're not cutting something big and hard, you know, a small battery will do. So let's start with the old one first. Okay, so notice the stop time again. Okay, it takes around, I don't know, a second or so for it to stop. Now let's listen to the new one. Again. So definitely louder, but the stop time is really quick, like well, half a second. So 1 second, half a second, big difference. And I think that's important because very often I find myself, I'm waiting for the saw to stop before I can put it away when I finish the cut. So even half a second is important in this case. Maybe you have more patience, but I think if we make lots of cuts, half a second makes a big difference. Okay, next, I think the weight. So the new one is much heavier as well. So it's got bigger engine body. So this is around, I think, 10 centimeters as opposed to 9 here. So, well, it's not a big deal, but it's definitely bigger. I can see it and I measured it more or less. So around 10% bigger. And also because of that, I guess we're getting more revolutions and so faster cutting, basically. And it's louder. Maybe because of the engine, maybe because of the speed as well. So they both come with exactly the same blade. I had a look at those blades, they're exactly the same. The blade is really good, has been praised by a lot of people. So this one with a blade weighs 3340, so 3,340 grams, so less than 3.5 kilograms. So this one is almost 3.8 kilograms with the blade. So what it means, this one is almost 14% heavier, and it's noticeable, especially when we put the battery in. It becomes even heavier, obviously. So this one is around 12% lighter, because percentage, obviously, they change depending which way we measure. So 12 that way, 14% this way. Now, does it matter, this weight difference? I think it does. However, this one is more ergonomic. So this is an important, I think, part of the whole upgrade, the ergonomics. So this one has got a handle here, and on one hand it's cool because it's easy to hold it like this by the handle. So not only this one, but here. And in case of this, the new one, it's not really possible to hold it comfortably by the new handle. However, let's have a look. If I cut it more or less here, so it's my kind of waist level, I feel if I'm going forward, I feel like this hand is not doing much. And also, this is more or less the distance I hold my saw. So I'm close to the saw actually, and I would be doing something like that, and I guess lots of people would be doing something similar. And in this position my hand is bent here, yeah, so it's bent here, and the wrist is also bent this way, so that causes a little bit of discomfort after even a short time, a few minutes of handling this. If you need to do a lot of cuts, after a few minutes it's kind of becoming, yeah, noticeable, the wrist strain. If I lower it to this level, then it becomes a bit easier. My hand is a bit kind of more straightforward, more streamlined with its anatomy, if it's a bit lower. So for a change, the new one is a little bit better. So the handle is a bit lower. Maybe you can see it here. The handle is a bit lower. Can we see it in the video? Hopefully yes. Much lower actually, and because of that it's easier to hold it. And also I feel like if I'm doing this, I have much more control with the front hand, so I can actually guide the blade better, whereas with this one I feel like I'm doing maybe 20-30% of the job max, and the back hand, the rear hand, is doing the rest, whereas here I feel like it's 50-50 with the new one. So just because of that, I think that is worth an upgrade if you care about precision and ease of handling. But that's not it. There are more things. Why am I laughing? Because, you know, in TV adverts, people often say, but wait, there's more. So what's more? Well, for some people it might matter that it's got this rafter hook, as they call it. It can be used to hold the saw. So instead of holding by this, you can hold it by this hook, and also normally by the handle. So other options, and obviously you can hang it on a beam 2x4 or something similar. And also this bends that way as well. So it's got three different positions: folded, half unfolded, and fully unfolded with a click. That helps also. If you put the saw this way, it stays, whereas this one doesn't really. It just falls over. So no matter how much I try, this just falls. Let me see. If I put the battery in, yeah, maybe, or with the battery, that's a bit better balance. Okay, so that's a redeeming feature. Battery in, it's balanced. Okay, but without the battery, it falls. This one stays in. Let's put the big battery in. Still is nicely balanced. So I think that is a big bonus. And that's an important feature for some people, for some situations. Now, for those of you who like to do is it called a bevel cut, cutting at an angle, the new one is much more improved. So with the old one, we have this kind of a plastic thing. It's made of plastic, and also it's not easy to adjust it with precision, and I need to look it from kind of this direction, and from here I cannot really see very well. I need to look from here like this. Not a big deal, but it makes a difference. I'll show you the new one. Okay, so I take the new one. Now the numbers are here. So, and this is made of metal, not of plastic, so it's much easier to see the numbers. And also, so this is kind of easier, and now it's easier for me to see actually where I am from this direction, so I can see where it stops. Not only that, I've got those here, those what do we call them? Those notches that are used by the mechanism that's from the inside. They are used as stop points, so it stops at 15, 22.5, 30, 45 and 56 degrees. So that is quite useful, I think, for many people. I don't really use it that much, but it's a very useful thing, and I just pull this lever, bang, or lever, and it's closed. depth adjustment. I mean, it's kind of same thing. So here with the old one, I have this lever. I pull it up and it just drops, and then I can adjust it. And where's the... Yeah, so here I can kind of see where I am. So the numbers are here. They're not very well visible. Can I show it in the camera? Maybe I'll use another camera to show you. So they're not very visible when I look at those numbers. I cannot really see. And let's say if I get, I don't know, something, then I can pull the lever and it's bang in place. It's kind of not very comfortable, so to say. A little bit clumsy. Let's check the new one. So in the new one, it works slightly better. So again, we have this lever, but it's really easy to pull it up and down. There is practically zero resistance. So I pull it up and then I can adjust this, and it goes kind of smoothly, very smoothly and nicely. It doesn't drop by itself, but at the same time, I can just gently pull it, and I can see much better this what do we call it? The guide, you know, so I can see what degrees I am, sorry, depth, what depth in millimeters I'm at. Millimeters because I'm in the UK, so we have in millimeters. Okay, bang, done. Now for our American friends, 4 inches is slightly more than 100 millimeters because 1 inch is 25.4 millimeters, yeah? Okay, the next things, these are now maybe minor things, but I think they are good to have. So, the new one, this thing, so it's a cover for the blade and the handle for this cover, it has got a different design, so hopefully you can see it's like that. And what it means that I cannot grab it from underneath really, but I can grab it from the side and then easily pull it and open it. The design here is slightly different, so it's more open. I don't know if that makes any difference, probably doesn't. Let's have a look at the old one. So the old one has got more plastic here, so maybe it's safer, I don't know. And I need to, or I can, grab it from underneath and then pull it open. So it's easier kind of to grab it, but then if I move it, it's less comfortable. Not a big deal, because how often do we do it? And I don't know, but I think it matters in many situations. When I grab that thing, it's like, I'm not really pleasant experience. Here, with the new one, again, it's not 10 times better, but it's a little bit better, you know. It's improved, so that's a bonus. And the important thing lots of people talk about is the dust extraction. So with the old one, that's the old one, people complain that the dust extraction is really poor, whereas with the new one, it's been redesigned, it's been raised, and the internals are quite different as well. And tests show that the dust extraction is it's just much better with the new one. So well done, Ryobi. So this is interesting because in the that's the old one, yeah. The old one has got this a little bit lower, so it seems like this should work better, but no, this works better when it's a bit higher. There is a kind of a hole here. I don't know if it matters, I guess it's for the design purposes. Somehow it's better. Yeah, I guess it directs the dust closer maybe to this area, and then it gets pulled out. Doesn't matter, it works better, that's what matters, right? Now, the blade change is kind of the same. The new one has got slightly larger button to block the blade from rotating, but it's got also smaller Allen key. So maybe that's a bonus, you know, I don't know. This one is slightly bigger, the Allen key, and it's much tighter. So maybe in the new one it's easier to lose that key. No, it holds there well, you know, whereas this one is, in the old one is a little bit too tight, you know. Other than that, changing of the blades is kind of the same in both models, and this button is slightly smaller, but still big enough. Anything else? The other thing is the size of the bed. So the new one is slightly wider by, I don't know, how much is it? 25 millimeters, around an inch wider. Does this help? I guess for some people it will be better, for others it may be worse, you know, but I think generally it should be a better thing, a good thing, you know. And as you can see, they are both built with the blade on this side, which is the right side. If I hold it like this, and if I hold it towards me, it's my left side. Why would I hold it towards me? I don't know. The blade guides that come with those saws, they're identical. I've been looking at them and they are identical. So they are bent here at the end, so we are getting a little bit of easier sliding with a bit of less precision. I would prefer this to be slightly wider actually. When I cut things, I appreciate having, you know, longer guide for the precision. But anyway, this is good enough. I've done some cuts with these guides and they work as expected. So obviously this is not for 0.5 millimeter precision cuts, but for, you know, general cutting, when you don't care if it's like slightly just off somewhere, it's absolutely perfect. And if you are careful at the end, it's gonna be perfect anyway. Obviously, if you need to make a proper precise cut, you need to have some different solutions. So those tracks or a dedicated plunge saw with tracks, you know. So in summary, this is really good, basically. And the last thing that I didn't mention, but maybe you can see, it's the looks. So this one is gray, this bit is gray, which it's not very attractive, whereas this one is black, and I really like it. It makes a big difference to the looks of the tool. And I've noticed that the American tools, they started getting the black elements much sooner than the British ones. So you might have the old type of the saw, the first generation in the US, with black stuff instead of gray like me. So again, to sum up, very good saw that's been upgraded, and the all necessary good things have been actually added that we needed. Links to the products below. Again, I'm not sponsored by Ryobi or anyone else at the moment. Yeah, I bought this with my own money. I like Ryobi, I like other brands as well. I don't think I'm biased towards Ryobi. I just think it's a very good tool for the money, you know, because if I wanted something better, I would need to spend a little bit more money or do a big research and look at some tests and see if I can find something. But again, if I already have the batteries, I'm on the platform, that is another consideration, yeah? Okay guys, thanks a lot, take care. Oh, sorry, are there any ladies watching? So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, take care.